Good morning, everyone. We are going to go over setting up the warmer in anticipation of a delivery. We're going to set it up in anticipation of a term delivery, and then we will be more specific on what to set up for a preterm delivery after we finish the initial setup. So first of all, you're going to, this warmer is turned off, so you're going to need to turn it on. And, need to plug it in. It's going to go through its checks. And then you can just leave it at admit baby, because that's going to keep it warm at about 50% and it won't alarm. And whenever you're getting ready for delivery, you can do admit baby and then hit your APGAR timer whenever your baby's delivered, and that way you'll be able to and increase your warmer up to 100%. So we're going to set up blankets first. You probably want about 4-5 blankets, and you want to leave them inside the walls of the warmer once you get them all set up, because if they're hanging off the walls, these edges are cool and they will cool off the baby. So you want to put them all inside the walls once you get them all set up. So that is fine. Okay, and then we're going to set up, this warmer has tanks. The tanks are locked like this, so you know that these tanks are full. If this is broken, don't trust that this tank is full, and have respiratory replace it, because if you were to be in a resuscitative situation, the tank may not last long enough for you if it's not a full tank from the get-go. So I'm going to break the seals. Now the only warmers that have tanks that you have to worry about should be in OBED. In antepartum, their resuscitation room, the oxygen and the air are not attached by the cables to the wall. And down in the ER, they're not attached because the warmer sits out in the hallway and it's not in a specific room. So if you have these and you have wall O2 and air O2, by all means connect it to the wall. But if you don't, you're going to have to use the tank. So this is your oxygen tank. You're going to open it. And it's not your usual righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. It's the other way around. And just a couple of turns usually does it. And then we're going to do the same with the air. Okay, that should do it. And then we're going to turn on the warmer, on the oxygen in the air. And we're not set at 10 liters, so this one needs to be set at 10 liters. This is for your bag, and hope you can hear it coming on. This one needs to be set at 10 liters. This is for where you're going to give PPV or CPAP through your NEOT. You want your oxygen to be set somewhere between 21 and 30%. We're just going to leave it at 21 for this one. So now I'm going to set up a CPAP. So I'm going to show you 2 ways. Lately, people have been tearing it open and doing this. Don't do this, because if you're in a hurry, getting this out once it already has a mask on it. So you're going to need a size 1 mask for a term delivery. And you want to open it and kind of leave it in the bag, so that way you know that this is a 1. And they'll do this. Set it up. Push it back in here. But when you're in an emergency situation, trying to get all this out, you're like, and it's all tangled. You know, I prefer, if you could, open your top of your bag nicely. Put a little thing on here so you can hang it up. Get my scissors. and hang it up here. And then all you gotta do is pull this out and catch it. And then you have your mask. Get rid of this old one. And let's say, okay, somebody says you need to give CPAP. And all you gotta do is, there you go, much faster and much easier. Okay, so we're gonna set our CPAP. So our settings for CPAP, our PEEP should be set at 5. So this dial, you're gonna dial until you get to 5 on this dial. But as you can see, I'm all the way and it won't let me because I need a little PIP. Usually you have to set this at about K. That's too much, 10. So then you dial down. And now you're at 5. This has to be at 10. This has to be around K. That'll give you 5, and then you dial this to wherever you need it to be. So when you give a breath, like this, you want that to be 20. Well, that's not high enough, so we need to move this till we get to 20. And you may have to look at it straight on to make sure you're getting the correct numbers. So you want 5 and 20. Okay, so that's set up. You put your mask back on. Put it back in your bag. Hang it up neatly and it's ready to go. The next thing we're going to set up is our ambu bag. That's set up just in case your CPAP isn't working or you can't get enough pressure. Certain clinicians like the bag better than the NEOT. You're going to connect it here. Make sure it's set at 10. And you want to make sure you put your manometer on. The manometer goes right here, like this. Make sure the clamp is off. It comes with a mask. Hold on. Can you pause it? There's a mask on there. Okay. Go ahead. Okay. So the mask comes in the bag. You put your mask on. Make sure you're getting the pressure. It's set up and ready to go. Put it back in the bag. I usually put the manometer bag back with it because it has the expiration date on it. So just in case you need to check an expiration, since we don't use the bags that often, it'd probably be a good idea. And just hang it up. Okay? So now we're going to set up suction. So, again, I'm going to show you the wrong way and the right way. Suction, the canister's down here. You connect it here, and then you can put your DeLee on here. It's ready to go. But people have been taking it out of the package, sticking it in the drawer. If I'm in a resuscitation, I'm at the head of the bed, maybe giving breaths, and somebody's over here doing a pulse ox, doing chest compressions, whatever, and I say I need to suction, and they're like, okay, let me get the suction. They think it's in the drawer. They're like this. I can't even see it. And then they're trying to pull it through like this. It's just not safe. So I would prefer that you don't hook it up that way. And instead, open your package neatly, just the top. There's this piece that goes on one of the ends of the suction catheters, or the suction tubing. It is not part of what needs to be there. You have to remove it. You can leave it in your package neatly. Connect it. Come up here. You can open your DeLee. And usually it's even easier to go ahead and take that out because if you're trying to get it out whenever you're in a hurry, you've got this package to protect it. connect. And just stick it in here nice and neatly. And stick it behind there. It's ready to go if you need to suction. You can get rid of this stuff. Okay, next. I'm going to set up a pulse ox. Again, try and open your packages neatly. You don't even have to take the pulse ox out. All you gotta do is take out this and connect it. You have a light, you're posing, stick it inside your package. And then stick it there nice and neat and ready to go. And then you need a hat pack with your temperature. With your tape measure, your diaper, and your footprint pads. And then you need a temp probe. You don't have to just leave it like that. Connect it, and every warmer has a place to hang it. Don't wrap them around the knobs, please, because if you wrap them around the knobs, it has to go back to Biomed and they have to repair it because it messes up the knobs. You need a duck or a bear. I would get probably a couple. You don't have to take them out of the package until you know you're about to have a delivery. And once you're about to have a delivery, try not to stick them to the probes because they dry out and then they won't stick to the baby. So you're best if you just leave it the package right here, and then if you want to, right before your delivery, you can pull it out of the package and leave it up there ready to go. And then I would always have a 0 if you have a term baby as a backup in case you have a small baby. And then of course you want to have a stethoscope around your neck when you go to a delivery or in the room. And then you should probably have a CO2 detector just in case you end up having to intubate. Do not open it though, because once it's open, air enters it and it makes it go bad. So you want to leave it sealed until it's ready for use. And that is it for a term baby. So for a preterm baby, the things that would be different would be you would and this is the baby who's probably about 1,000 grams or less that you're anticipating, probably 31, 32 weeks or less. You can use the same posy, but you would use the preterm pulse ox that comes in the green packaging. It says for less than 1 kilo. If you've got a baby that you're not quite sure if you're going to be a kilo or less, you could always set up one and have the other available just in case. And have that ready to go. And then on your mask, you're going to switch to a 00. And you'd probably want to have a 0 as a backup in case it's too small. 00. And then you want to have a trans warmer, which is the warming mattress. Comes in a box like this. This one's already been popped. It's like a giant hill warmer. It tells you which side to put the baby on. So the infant goes on the other side, so it's going to go like this. You pop it right before delivery, and it goes underneath this here. And then when the baby delivers, you're going to put the baby in a steri-drape. And you just have this ready to go on the warmer like this. So you've popped your trans warmer, the baby will go in here, and then you also have the small ducks and bears that you can use for your temp probe covers. I think that's it. If you have any questions, please let us know.